Hello everyone, this is Akshan and Alia, and in this video I'm going to be talking about one of the material in second language acquisition, namely teacher's talk. Alright, without any further ado, let's just get into the material. Alright, in learning a second language, learners depend on the input given by the teacher or the tutor. These inputs include how the teacher gives the input, the way teacher get into students' understanding, and the chosen words teacher use to be easily understood by students. Those things are called teacher talk. According to David Noonan, 1991, teacher's talk refers to the language used by a teacher in organizing class and language teaching. So that's clear enough. Teacher's talk doesn't only cope the language skill itself, but also the class management skill. According to Brainis 2002, it is stated that the teacher talk, functioning as a language input for the students' foreign language development, should have these following characteristics. The first one, it should be directive. The main use of the directives is not only to give instruction to students to do what teacher orders, but also to get the attention of the students. The second one is imperative. The teacher can use humor and invite giggles and laughter to show social affection. And the third one, it should be simpler. Use words or sentences that are shorter and simpler. Speak slowly, especially to beginner learners, and clearly in order students get the correct input. And there must be repetition. Repeat the important points if necessary, or teacher could give more emphasis on important points. Chodron's 1988 proposed that teacher's talk contains linguistic modifications or adjustments in terms of phonology, lexicon, syntax, and discourse. In terms of phonology, the adjustment of teacher talk usually take the form of slowing down the rate of speech, separating words or syllables, articulation, using more careful pronunciation by giving heavier stress and increasing volume on keywords. In the term of lexicon, the modifications are in the form of using restricted vocabulary size, replacing the unfamiliar items with the more frequently used ones, and repeating words more frequently. And in terms of syntax, the modifications are usually in using fewer contractions, shorter utterances, making grammatical relationship more explicit, and using coordinations more than subordinations, and etc. There are so many other examples too. According to Dove 1993, there are two types of teacher talk. They are instructional talk and management talk. In instructional talk, it's used to deliver the lesson or the language content. Some of the function of instructional talks are introduction, asking for information, lesson delivery included explaining, correcting, interrupting, giving examples, and drilling, and so on. Certain talks that could affect students' psychological condition is also included to instructional talk, like giving comments, encouraging, and giving suggestion. As for the management talk, it's used to manage classroom activities in order students are kept in control and teacher has to be the one who takes control. Kinds of talks that are included to management talks are grouping or ordering sets, like ordering the sitting position of students, and giving advice and asking students to pay attention, managing the class noise by some students who are likely to talk or chat during the lesson, and giving instruction on how to play game in the class, on how to do certain task, thinking and giving turn. Right, now let's jump right on the additional material for this topic. This is actually from my own experience and observation. So here are some tips for you who wants to manage how to talk in front of your students during the class. So the first one is adjust to students' level. So this is really important. You are not talking about something that will confuse the students. You are not showing off your English skill. You are not showing off your speaking skill especially. And you are not debating here. So there is no need, there's no purpose for you to talk unclearly. So you need to be clear to adjust the students' level. I mean, like, for example, you are teaching in a beginner level students, so your language should be shorter, simpler, and the use of vocabulary is the common used vocabulary. Do not use the high-ended vocabulary like that. And the second one, if necessary, use body language to support. So this is actually happened so many times to me, especially for foreign learners, for those learners who are not using English as their first or even second language. So use body language to make what are you talking about is more clear, and yeah, it could be as an additional information and additional clearance. So yeah, using body language is so much helpful, and I really suggest you to do this, especially for beginner learners. And the third one is be sure and certain with what you say and use eye contact. So this is especially needed when you're going to give instruction to students about how to play games or how to do certain task. You need to be sure about the steps, about the way how to do those games or tasks. You cannot be uncertain, like you yourself are confused about how to play this game and so on. You need to know first before the students, because you will explain it to students. And about using the eye contact, looking at students right in their eyes will make them feel that you are really talking to them, that you are really going to say something and delivering something important to them. So using eye contact is not only important in doing daily conversation or some kinds of important conversation, but this is also really helpful when you are talking to your students during the class. Right. So those are some tips from me to manage teacher talk. So those are some brief explanation of how teacher talks during lesson, or how should teacher chooses and sorts words and sentences in delivering lesson, as well as keeping students in control. The main point of teacher talk is how we as teachers could be well understood by students based on their level, and how we as teachers should manage ourselves and adjust our utterances based on our students' competence. So despite of showing off how better you are in speaking in English, you better adjust to your students. That's all for me. Thank you for paying me attention, and thank you for watching this video. I'm Akshay and Alia.